This is the opportunity of a lifetime for anybody even generally interested in the trades.
Chances are, before you know it, you'll be making more money than you ever could have imagined, and you'll be loving what you're doing.
I've really been able to use my trade to help a lot of people, and I'm most proud of that.
Hi, I'm Andrew from SupplyHouse.com. It probably sounds harsh, but I'm sure you've heard things like, if you don't go to college, you're going to be a failure, or you won't be able to support yourself or your family. I want you to know that that's not true. College is definitely one path you could take, but one option that's often overlooked is a career in the skilled trades. The skilled trades cover fields like electricians, plumbers, and carpenters. Trade school graduates often graduate in half the time, graduate debt-free, and they have a stable job waiting for them after they get out of school. And that's only the start. We talked to some tradespeople from across several industries at every experience level to hear what they thought about some common myths and misconceptions about careers in the skilled trades. Myth number 1, careers in the trades don't pay that well.
A career in the trades definitely pays well, and it pays well in a shorter period of time.
It may be an old misconception that I think maybe specifically people that get their hands dirty don't get paid a lot of money.
Six-figure incomes are extremely common now when you're in the trades.
Most companies pay for your school so you can start without any skills, with you knowing nothing, willing to pay for you to be educated, to teach you the trade.
I'm fortunate to be second generation in this career. Growing up, we had an RV, we went on a vacation every year. Mom and dad raised 3 kids on this line of work.
Flexibility to make more money in the trades than there is if you have a job where you just work 9 to 5.
Most people are shocked to see what you can make in this industry.
Myth number 2, the schedules are too demanding and not flexible.
That might have been more true in the past, but I would say that that was probably true for all careers and all industries. The trades are, adjusting like everybody else is.
I feel like there's been a shift for employers to really respect their people's time that work for them. They want to have fun and enjoy their families, and we can respect that.
Many companies offer comp time where you can move hours around and are very accommodating for somebody who maybe has a family and has kids of their own. It keeps a much more flexible schedule, sometimes I think much more than a 9 to 5 office job.
My current employee I do have now, he works 4 10-hour days. So he has 3-day weekends. I want them to be comfortable, make a good living, and also have time for their family and enjoy their family.
It's whatever you want to put into it. I have plenty of my guys that love working overtime and grabbing whatever work they can get to make extra money. And then I have guys that want to come in and just do their 40 hours and go home and have free time. And it's okay either way.
I had the choice of either finishing this job and go home and I'm paid for that job, or if they have another one, I can take that one and earn a little bit more. So you do have that choice.
Work schedules that support and help and facilitate the quality of work-life balance are being utilized in many different creative offerings.
There's a lot of night work, there's afternoon work, there's morning work, there's 24-hour service work.
There's 9 to 5s, there's B shifts, C shifts.
Depends on what you want to get into, and you can find that. There's a place for whatever your schedule is out there.
Myth number 3, trade careers are way too physically demanding.
Plumbing is 50% mental and 50% physical.
Trade careers are physically rewarding, not demanding. There's a great reward of personal achievement and fulfillment at the end of the day, seeing what your grit and determination has accomplished.
As you do it longer, you get smarter at doing certain things. It might be hard in the beginning as you're learning how to do it, but as you do the job more, you're going to realize that there's easy ways to do it.
There's a lot of trade careers that are not physically demanding. Service tech or heating tech or HVAC tech, they're going in there with their instruments and their combustion analyzers, they're troubleshooting burners, boiler removers, boiler installers. That tends to be physically demanding at times. Not always, okay? But there's certainly a lot of positions in any trade that are not physically demanding.
I've known so many plumbers over the years, my father included, into their 70s and beyond, are still very active. and materials are lighter. We have modern technologies, even down to your hand trucks that carry the equipment in, your protective gear.
Should always, wear gloves, wear a hard hat, glasses.
There's a lot of power tools, a lot of cordless equipment out there, and the materials have changed.
We train you for that, so you know what to expect. No one's expecting you to go lift a 350-pound boiler by yourself. You have help, or maybe you have a crane.
Myth number 4. Careers in the skilled trades are not fulfilling or intellectually stimulating.
Every day is fulfilling for me. People are having emergencies all the time. The water heater lets loose. So you kind of always the Cape Crusader swooping in to save the day.
Fulfilling can be something as simple as retrieving an engagement ring from a drain. It can be diagnosing and repairing a heating system on a cold winter's night for an elderly couple.
This is a problem-solving career. And if people think that you don't have to be smart and you don't have to be able to problem solve and think things through and even think outside of the box, they're wrong.
Plumbing is never the same. So every house you walk into, you're walking into a different situation. That takes a lot of mental aptitude. Walk in, diagnose, talk to customers, explain, and present options.
The trades really are not what you think of. A lot of people think of, oh, there's some guy who can't get a job anywhere else, who is going to dig holes the rest of his life, and he doesn't understand what he's doing. Not like that at all.
Plans we're looking at that we then have to measure and use mathematical formulas to get offsets so everything looks nice and neat.
Trades aren't easy. I'm not going to lie to you on that one. It's challenging. It's learning a whole new curve. I've been in it 12 years and I have a long way to go still on learning.
If you like a challenge and you like being able to solve people's problems and kind of puzzle piece things together, the trades really would be perfect.
Myth number 5. Only men can work in the skilled trades.
We have 3 apprentices. One is 20 and 2 of them are 21. And one of those is a female. And she truly has just jumped in and she loves being a plumber.
I have a female plumber right now. She's doing great. I had one of the plumbing inspectors actually call me, who is her teacher, and just rave about he's never seen such high scores.
Trades are not limited to just men.
It is a male-dominated trade, but that's changing. I'm seeing more and more women in the trades every single day.
Fortunately, there's been a lot of women that have come before that have shattered that glass ceiling and opened the doors and the opportunities. There's nothing I do in my job that a woman can't do. Face it, women historically are more patient, more detail-oriented than men, so their value is tenfold when it comes to diagnosing a problem.
Some of the best plumbers I know are women. They know their stuff. I would almost say that they make it look easier than the men make it look.
I've seen them as technicians. I've seen them as shop foremans. I've seen them on job sites as inspectors, city inspectors.
I think if they saw that there was a huge opportunity for growth and to even make a really great living wage, they would be more inclined to go toward the trades.
Myth number 6. It's hard to find a job in the trades.
The average age of a licensed plumber in the United States is 59 years old. We have more people getting out of the trade than into the trade, and it's actually quite concerning.
Everybody I talk to that's in the business is suffering from the same challenge. They can't find people that want to go into the business.
As far as a plumber going and fixing something, that's going to be around for a long time yet, and there's such a drastic shortage of it, and that was one of the reasons that I re-entered this business after college.
I was told that the plumbing trade you'll never not have a job, and honestly, it's true.
We're always there. Tradespeople are always going to be needed. There's always going to be an opportunity.
I think the more people that start getting more involved and going to even high school programs, there's tons of jobs out there. You're going to get them. If you look around in any city in the country right now, there are buildings going up and they need people on those buildings, putting in piping, putting in electric, doing duct work.
If you show the slightest initiative, you're on your way.
Myth number 7. There's no room for career advancement or development in the trades.
You can absolutely make a career in this business. When I hire somebody and they come in as an entry-level helper, I like to see that person progress over time.
As far as advancement in the trades, you can start as a technician typically within the plumbing industry and the HVAC industry. Work your way through, become a shop foreman, become maybe a branch manager at that point, become a general manager, which could encompass multiple locations.
As your abilities progress and you exhibit the ability to be able to manage and multitask, oftentimes those tradesmen or persons are promoted into positions of management, oversight.
I'd started out as an apprentice, a laborer. I worked my way up through schooling, through licensing, through management, leadership, went into business for myself. Now I work for one of the largest water heater manufacturers in the world.
Obviously, I started out as an apprentice. I was in the union for 6 years. I started pre-apprentice. I started working under a master plumber, and look where I am now. I got my own company.
I literally started my business within being in the trades for, I think, 4 years.
So it's just a matter of initiative, and you will excel. That's not a problem.
Myth number 8, you have to go to school to work in the skilled trades.
In most states, it's typical that you do have to be a licensed technician in order to work under a contractor or an owner.
There are traditional apprenticeship schools that can take you, the brick and mortar classrooms that can teach you and train you hands-on.
You are not sitting there all day learning stuff that you wish you never learned and that you know you will never use. It is a trade school, so you are going to the school, and part of the requirement of being in that school is that you are also working. Here in Utah, we even have online school. So you're able to do your online schooling while working during the day.
In some places, I would say you don't have to go to school, but there has to be some level of learning.
But a lot of companies will usually pay for your apprenticeship if you're going into something specific.
Our apprentices participate in online classes on their own time, and they, of course, learn when they're in a service truck during the day. We pay for their school, so when they're finished, they're debt-free.
You can literally go get hired at, a small or a big company, doesn't matter, as a helper, and literally get paid above minimum wage to learn your trade.
School is not a requirement to work in a skilled trade. It is beneficial, but you got to be able to think on your feet, and you got to have the technical aptitude.
Myth number 9, trade careers aren't real careers.
I would say that's a little mean.
I am pro college, but I am also pro trades. So it really depends on the individual and what's best for them. I can tell you right now, not going to college doesn't mean you're not going to have a successful career. My biggest accomplishment is plumbing has given me the opportunity to provide and raise my family with a good life.
We all have to work about getting the stigma away from the trades, not about it just being a career, but it being professional. Going back to what we were saying about it being fulfilling and intellectually stimulating, everything that I would consider a career is all of those things.
My father spent the last 40 years running a business, doing it, providing for his family. It's an industry that's not going away. We have a high demand for.
People know that you need trades now, and it's becoming more respected, and it's going in a good direction. We just got to get some of this younger generation their foot in the door and see what their lives can be.
You'll see on Facebook and on Instagram and TikTok even, tradesmen are kind of rock stars right now. I mean, we're making music videos where we're swinging pipe wrenches around, and it's bringing more attention and kind of showing that there's more to it than just waking up in the morning, getting through the job and going home. I like the fact that we're kind of showing ourselves off like that now. It's silly, but I think it's pretty important.
Myth number 10, tradespeople don't make an impact in their community.
The licensed plumber protects the health of the nation. We make an impact every day, and we do it properly, safely.
I think the biggest impact is probably helping people that really need it. They don't realize they need it until you're there.
I would argue that sometimes we make the biggest impact. It is part of our everyday life, and it's something that more often than not we all take for granted.
Water is the source of all life on this planet, so we need water to survive. We need fresh water for consumption.
We have eradicated diseases. The difference between a first world and a third world country in most cases is clean water, sanitary conditions, having the means to, bring in fresh water and dispose of wastewater. It's the second oldest trade known to man.
We go into people's homes, just restoring their heat on a cold winter day is a very gratifying feeling. Every store you shop in, the house you live in, that's all put together by tradesmen.
I mean, there's something about that that's just amazing. That's that quiet charity that and only you know, but that's the stuff that helps you sleep at night knowing that you've helped those families.
We're more than just, pipe fitters and plumbers, AC guys who are magically turning 100-degree air into 65-degree air. It's magic. It's a sorcery.
People just don't understand the importance of what we're doing. How do we tell them, in a meaningful way, right? We don't want to boast. We don't want to brag. We just want you to understand.
As you can tell, there's a lot of myths and misconceptions about the skilled trades. We wanted to address them today to show you that when it comes to leaving high school, there's not one right answer. You have tons of choices, and there's tons of options and opportunities available to you. A career in the skilled trades could be a fantastic choice. It's essential work that's important to the community. It's rewarding and fulfilling on a professional level, and it pays. If you're interested, or if you'd like to learn more about a career in the skilled trades, visit phccweb.org.